Hi there. I thought I would have a go at this polymeter challenge. The thing that Virtual Riot and Polarity were doing over the weekend. Well, I did it a little bit differently to those guys. I saw that Polarity had used 64 notes in his source clip, which I didn't catch on to, so I did it a completely different way. He gets 64 notes of polyphony, of course, but what I did instead was use a single note, and then I have 4 outputs in here, so I basically have 4-note polyphony. And what I do is I have a triggers module, which is used as a clock to drive these gates or steps sequences, and each one of these has a different number of steps, and the important thing here is that I use actually prime numbers, so there's a prime number of steps in each one, 29 in this case, 23, what's this one, 19, and on down to 5 here. And I've got 2 banks of these. And these ones here are much higher numbers, 31 up to 61. And each of these steps modules is initialized with a random sequence of steps. You could paint them in if you wanted, doesn't matter. Yeah, it's totally up to you. I couldn't be bothered with that. Now, the output of these step sequences are fed into a mixer bank. And the mixer is used as basically a digital to analog converter. The way I've got that set up is that you'll see that the input gain is minus 64 dBs on this one, and 32, 16, 8, 4 and 2. Well, in this configuration you basically got, this is the least significant bit of the DAC, and this is the most significant bit. And coming out the analog signal of the DAC, then I feed it into this conditioning sequence here. So that just scales the output. I can adjust the bias to move it up and down the frequency spectrum, and then I can adjust how the kind of timing resolution of the DAC, so it doesn't go quite so quickly. And this whole thing is just to taste, so whatever you want to dial into here to make it sound okay. Then some visualization. Then the analog signal feeds out into sample hold. That's to avoid the notes drifting in mid-pitch, in mid-note rather. And then I quantize the pitches to some scale, and then feed it into there. Yeah, I use a triggers module to drive this sample and hold, and also drive the gate here. And I have 4 notes, as I said, 4 notes of polyphony on this thing. Now the ones in the middle, those are cross-fed from the top bank and the bottom bank. So these middle notes here, these one and this one, are kind of going to be interrelated in some way. The idea is hopefully that should have some sort of harmonic effect or correspondence that might be pleasing, which I think it does actually, but we'll see. Okay, let me give it a shot. So if I come down to here, let me turn this MIDI capture lane on. So I can kick it going. Oh, I have to press this, huh? Right, and it started capturing its notes. Now let's hear it. If I go and start turning these instruments on. And what I've done also in here is each of these notes is on a separate MIDI channel. So this is 1, 2, 3 and 4, which allows me in here to on this instrument group I can put a channel filter on each one. So this top one is just that top some sort of bass. Which allows for some sound design. And I did the same thing again on another one with different initializations of these gates. And I'm using that to drive drums. And in this case I have a different drum kit on each MIDI channel. Just however you want to do it. So that's my my version, I guess. I might still do the exclusive R version. We'll see. I'm not feeling too great at the moment, but okay. I'll see what you think. Thanks a lot.